What is up, my queens and kings? It's your girl, Fed Beach, coming through with CHATS with Nat, and I got my girl here, the body goddess fitness honey, and we are coming through ready to do what? Taste some meat. So we about to get into this, honey. We're about to get into 3 different types of meat, honey. This morning popping, I did get a nice little game for us to play. Yes, please.
I mean, I like games, only when I'm in control, but I'll let her be in control this time because that's my friend. I trust her.
She ready for them questions. We just getting y'all warmed up because these questions gonna be hot.
Baby, how hot are they gonna be?
Well, not too hot. Maybe like between Louisiana hot sauce and I don't know, ketchup.
Okay, so a little bit of mild sauce.
Yes, we're gonna range between them. Let's get it. Now, what are 2 traits that you find the most attractive in a romantic relationship? They can be physical, or they can be mental.
Their patience with me.
Oh, that's everything. Come on, substance trait. You know that there is nothing about the physical. Okay, that's the minimum. We talking about substance here. Okay, friend, I got that one trait.
It's gonna be so weird though, friend.
Wait, go ahead.
They gotta have a sexy walk.
Hell yes!
If their walk is not on point, I can't be seen with you.
Let's do a substance, friend, because everything about your walk speaks about your energy, what you're feeling in you. You know what I'm saying?
Also, they body odor. That wasn't in there, but
Ew, no BS.
natural body odor. If it doesn't smell good naturally, I can't.
That means you're not eating right. You're only gonna press break what's inside. You know what I'm saying? And pores is only gonna pour out what's inside.
You are what you eat.
Yes, not what you don't. So for me, my 2 traits that I find most attractive in a romantic are eyes. And I don't mean a color, but the way they look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you keep eye contact?
That's a really good one.
Yes. Like, are you looking at me like I'm a snack? Or are you looking at me like you really want to get into me?
Yes. Because you tell a lot about a person by looking in their eyes.
Yes. Like how you look at me, friend. Yes. Like you know you're about something because your self-confidence speaks for itself. I'll tell you, because I've met them. I'm sure you have too. When people are nervous or they lack self-confidence and they meet someone with, confidence about themselves that they've earned from keeping promises to yourself, right? They always look down and around, be like, "Why are you staring at me so hard?" Well, we talking. I'm supposed to look at you. You know what I'm saying?
In that way.
That's energy. That is a form of communication. Come on, queen. Tell the people at home so they know.
I mean,
communication ain't just verbal.
Hey. Okay. What's number 2?
Oh, let me give a physical since you gave a physical.
Okay.
6 foot.
She like to climb the mountain.
Climb up the mountain top, honey, and ascend down. Okay. Got this baby on, light on and popping. Okay, we get it on and popping. Ooh, yeah.
We just made it better.
Now, next pregunta to get you all warm and fuzzy, honey. What are 2 traits that you find attractive in a friend relationship?
Female or male?
Oh, it's levels to this, friend, because I'm a little different. I have no male friends.
And I have no well, you're my female friend.
I'm becoming it, honey.
But other than her, most of my friends are male.
Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I just don't know how I would connect with a guy like that.
Super feminine energy. Super feminine energy. Like I can learn a lot from her.
She's so sweet. No, she has the masculine and feminine energy just like I do, and we bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
Like she's a straight shooter, I'm a straight shooter, but we do that in different ways.
And
we shoot different.
I'm gonna give you a universal answer, friend.
Okay, come on, friend.
Because this really can go for both male and female. So what I look for in my friends would be very supportive. And not fake supportive, but truly wholeheartedly supportive. Like they want to see me win.
Yes.
And if I don't win, they're there to say like, hey, you got this. I done seen you be strong.
Yes, friend.
So dependability. If I cannot depend on you and I feel like I'm at my lowest and I have no one to call, why are you my friend?
Why do I need you? With friends like that, who needs enemies?
Seriously.
Ooh,
what about
really
you,
good.
friend?
I think for me, definitely be loyalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think, you know, going back to what you said about it being universal, you know what I mean? Like, loyalty can be universal for friends
100.
and love. You know what
100.
I mean? Be loyal to me as a friend. Don't, you know, talk behind my back or confide in someone about something I've told you. You know what I'm saying? And then you run and tell someone else.
That's important.
And I test my friends sometimes. I'll tell you one thing that I've told no one else. And if it gets back to me, I know you said it.
She's a tester.
Careful.
You better pass the test.
School's in session, honey. Always. Second would be self-confident and aware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's super hard to be friends with girls sometimes because, let's be honest, Queen, this is Queen Chats with Nat. Girls can be catty.
Can be, are.
Oh, she said it, I said it.
Ladies are catty. It's okay.
Very.
I mean,
you know, that's why we keep our claws done.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, honey.
There's funny catty, but then there's also like, okay, now you're crossing the line.
Yeah, like you're trying to throw jabs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then cover it up with saying it's a joke. No, honey.
That's how you really feel.
Yes, and you just wrap it up with a joke.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I got trust issues, so I'm gonna take your joke for seriousness.
Yeah, I take everything at face value.
Yeah. I'll be emotional about it, but I will keep my eye on you. Like, okay, what type of time you on? Yeah.
Yes, we're not on that kind of time. We're on demon time. Oh, you're gonna love this. Okay. What is the craziest pickup line a guy ever used and didn't work?
A little bit of thought.
I'm gonna think on this one too.
Yeah, there's
Let me
been a
sip
lot.
my tea.
This is not necessarily specifically I mean, I guess it's kind of a verbal pickup line. I was outside of Walmart.
Okay. Oh, girl,
I was coming out of Walmart, and you know when you go into the store, you trying to be in and out. You're not really trying to hold no conversation with nobody's kid.
Because you somebody's son.
You're somebody's
just
son.
like we somebody's daughter.
Exactly.
So talk to us nicely.
Yeah. So I'm like,
okay.
And this man, he has on his apron. I guess he works at a restaurant. I guess he was on break or whatever. He had just got off work.
I like a working man.
Yeah, I like a working man too. So I'm thinking it's gonna go very, very well. And bust out in a song.
You remember the song? Was it a musical?
Girl, I do not remember the song, but honey, he put on a show. Michael Jackson had nothing on him.
Oh, come on, Thriller.
He bust out in a song and a dance all the way until I went to my car. People literally stood outside to watch this man's performance.
He was going in for you.
Going crazy.
I admire his commitment.
I admire,
that shows somebody that's not afraid to put themselves out there.
Confident.
And look crazy.
I admire the confidence, but however, honey, it did not work.
And I'm sorry, Walmart guy. I tried to help you.
What about you, friend?
Oh, worst and craziest pickup line for me.
That did not work.
None of them really worked. No, but sorry to this dude in New York. So I went to New York, girl, solo traveling. It's, you know, weed is legal there and everything like that, right? So, you know, the guys are out on the streets, you know, they're trying to sell, do their thing. I can respect them hustle. Like, yo, I got that Zaza, I got that Zaza. Came up, walked across the street. I saw him, he saw me. He's doing his, you know, selling thing. I politely say no, you know what I mean? Because we're making eye contact. He literally drops his entire, you know, stash that he was selling. He was like, yo, hey, yo, no, you saw me. You saw me. Yo, come here. You know what? I'm finna drop all of this. I will give away all of my stash just to get some of that.
Oh, no.
And dropped his stash and ran over to me, girl, to repeat the same thing that he had just announced to the entire court. Obviously, that did not work. Queen.
Of course not.
I definitely told him I like your rhymes, just not who you said it to.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's very fair.
Yeah. So I think it was just shooting your shot and seeing what you got. You know what I'm saying? But that takes courage too, because most of us don't even shoot our shot. This is Queen Chats with Nat, so we're about to get back into some nice, yummy questions for my girl and for it's getting hot with them other questions, honey. It's about to get
spicy.
Fuego. Yes, I like that. What is a troll, honey? Oh, what is a troll to you? Because that means different things to different people. What's a troll to you? Being a content creator, you know what I mean? Being an entrepreneur, obviously, I'm sure you encounter them a lot. I know I do. But what's a troll to you, Queen?
Yes. To me, anyone that's a troll is someone who is not comfortable with who they are.
That part.
So they see in you what they lack and they do not have, and they don't know how to receive it or grab it and take it. So they're going to come after you in any negative way that they can to get you to feel less of.
I feel that.
And sometimes they succeed.
Sometimes.
But you can't let them.
So how do you deal with trolls? Because that's a good segue.
I have 2 ways of dealing with trolls.
Okay.
Number one, I have 2 ways of dealing with y'all trolls. Two. Way number 1 is to just ignore you. Because a lot of the times, trolls, they want the attention because they don't get it in life. Attention, they don't have any control over anything. And so they feel like that is the only place where they do have some type of control and attention. However, some trolls get a little bit beside themselves.
And you have to be held accountable. We will hold you accountable anywhere.
And so you got to show them and give them the smoke. Because that's what they really looking for.
You want the smoke, that's what you came for, we got it.
So, yes. So if it gets bad enough to the point where you're just like, oh, I can't take this anymore, not only do you kill them with kindness, but you also give them a nice little shady statement that's going to make them really feel bad about themselves and why they're doing what they do. So, and just keep it pushing. Sexy and classy.
Always,
that's it. Remind them of why they trolls.
Okay, and why you're still
and
goals.
To get on your level.
Oh, remind them of why they're trolls and why you're still goals. Ow, that part, Queen. Scream got these people acting like some real strong people.
That is true.
Okay, don't let that scream. What did the baby say? Girl?
Don't hit the baby, girl. Don't hit him.
Okay, you talking behind that screen. I hope you don't think you no bully, nigga.
Yeah.
That part. A troll is definitely, I think those are some of the commonalities. They don't have their own content. They don't even post their life on social media, but they want to comment on everybody else's, what you're doing, putting it out of context, whatever you've taken the time to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's truly like you said, they have negativity within them. I mean, and people can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves.
That is true.
You can only meet people as deeply as you've met yourself, and people can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves.
That is true.
So if I'm not feeling confident about me, that's going to drip into everything that I see on my timeline when I see someone shining and grinding and living their best life and putting themselves out there. Because it takes a lot to show up authentically to the world, doesn't it? I mean, that's a lot of courage that you have to do. First place they go is into a negative space on anything that you post, on anything that you're trying to do. And that's just a negative person. You know what I mean? Negativity breeds negativity. So if you're a content creator, if you're an entrepreneur, just like we are, and you're out there listening to this, you know, the main thing that I would say to you guys is to be empowered. You know, always make your content not for the trolls, but for the people that you're expecting to see it. Those good people, you know what I mean? Make your content based on that, thinking of them in mind versus, okay, who's not gonna like this? Who's gonna say something about it? Because then you start to formulate your entire content around them, and they don't deserve you. You know, I mean, for me, my integrity is for me. Yeah. You know, it's for me, by me. I do me, for me, by me, not society. And that's just how I've always moved. So I would encourage you guys. Do you have any good words of encouragement for the people out there? I mean, you're so much further in your content journey.
I'm a trainer. I always have good words for the people, good motivation.
Come on.
So I would honestly say, and this is one of the biggest things, especially now in 2022, because there are so many different things to compare ourselves to. And it's okay to compare yourself to someone else if you don't allow it to consume you in a negative way. If you compare yourself and say, hey, that's the level of success that I would love to get to, let me start prioritizing the things that I need to do to get to that. That's fine. However, when it comes to if you get like if you feel like you need to do more, do more than what you've done before. So your only competition should be yourself.
Yes, so do it for you.
Do it for you. Be better than the you before. Yes. Don't try to be better than somebody else because their timing is different, their life is different, their environment is different, their circumstances are different.
People,
They're just different people with a different path. Yes. So be better than yourself. Your only competition is yourself.
You versus you.
You know to yourself like, hey, I'm the baddest.
Yes, you gotta own that. You gotta believe that first.
So now I need to take me down and be better than me before. Like
that part.
Always compete with yourself. Don't compete with anybody else.
I love that.
People tell me like, if anybody tell me, oh, this person's competing with you, they gonna be competing with themselves because they can't compete with me.
You can't.
Sorry.
I'm never in competition with nobody but myself.
Exactly. 100%.
You competed with yourself.
Yep.
You can't be in a competition if it ain't two people. That's all I know.
That is true. Don't compete with me. Don't do that. And you don't know how somebody else is living either. Everybody exaggerates, and some people they
for the gram, and most people don't know. Okay.
Me, hey, I want to be like you. I say no, you don't, because you don't know what my life is like.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or whether it's bad. Don't want to be like me. Because I remember a while ago, I used to be like, dang, I wish I had this person's relationship, or dang, I wish I had this person's success. But then when I actually met that person, they really have a shitty life. Yeah. And so I'm wondering why my life is shitty, and it's because I asked for that person's life, whose life I thought was better than mine, and it really was shitty.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
So be careful. Yes. And don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't ask for what somebody else has, because you don't necessarily actually truly know what they have. They could have $1 million, but have very, very, very a very bad emotional state and mental state. And you wondering why you're around here, all kind of things you thinking and emotionally messed up. And it's because that person that you asked to be them, you're being them and don't even know it. So remember that. Just
there's no one else better to be than you. Okay? There's no one else you're awesome. Be. Yes, own that, believe that.
You can be better than you were before.
Yes, there's no superiority in comparing yourself to other people. True superiority is in being a better version of yourself. Yes. Would you agree there are different friends for different types of situations?
Yes.
100%
yes. There are different friends for different times, different circumstances, and different situations.
Yes.
I have party friends. I don't party a lot, but whenever I'm ready to turn up, I turn up.
That part.
And that's what I use those friends for. I have business friends. To help mold my level of success that I want to get to keep me on track, to keep me focused. I stay disciplined on my own, but surrounding myself with those people keeps my mind driven in that specific thing that I'm doing. So I have my business friends for that. And then I also have my very chilled and laid back friends. Whenever I don't want to turn up too much, whenever I don't want to think about business or money or anything, I chill and I relax with my people. And that's what I have those friends for. And baby, I even got my religious friends too. I'm not that religious, but I like to talk to Jesus.
Do you got the ratchets?
I got the ratchets.
She got the ratchets that'll pop up. Okay.
I got the ratchets too. We leave them alone most of the time because
But we keep them in the cut when we need them.
Yeah, they're a little reckless. So
for them trolls.
Don't
act up. We keep them in the cut.
Yes, exactly. So I have those friends too, but you have to have different friends for different things. Even if they're not necessarily your friends, they're the people that you keep around when it's necessary.
That part.
And you still can, and you still can be there for them. You still can allow them to be there for you too. That doesn't make you a bad person. But if I'm not feeling like partying, I'm not gonna hang out with my partying friends. Oh well.
And you gotta be cool with that friend.
You gotta be cool with that friend. Come on now.
Party friend, don't be mad.
Don't be mad, party friend.
You just a party friend.
You just gotta let people know and be transparent about where they stand and what purpose they serve in your life, and that is okay. And if they don't like it, well then, oh well, you're gonna find another friend.
That part. Okay.
This is my
I'm gonna be her all around friend.
Universal.
You can kick it.
Everything. Kick it, turn up, have a good time, social media, get down to business, all of that. Like,
and we elevating each other.
And we've always known of each other, but we've both been so busy doing our own thing.
Yes, but the universe aligns at the right time.
And the universe aligns at the right time. I never was mad at her. She never was mad at me. We just understand that we both have busy things.
We respect the hustle. That's a real friendship.
Well, that's because we go through the same thing, so we know what to expect.
Yes.
Like any of my friends that are success driven, I do not get mad at them when I do not see them, because 9 times out of the 10, I'm doing my own successful thing too to be more successful.
Yes. At the end of the day, like, you cannot be demanding of anyone else's time but your own.
Yeah. And you don't control nobody either, because some of y'all, I don't think y'all know, but you can't control people.
You don't.
Some of y'all and some of y'all know who y'all are. Y'all don't want y'all friends to go nowhere without y'all, be with anybody else without y'all. Y'all are controlling, and y'all got to get that under control.
Right? Control what you can, which is you. Okay? Not me.
A great person told me that you cannot worry about things that you cannot control. And a lot of us worry about things we can't control, because in reality, in reality, you really can't control anything or anybody.
So tell me what not to
and
call.
That's why
tell me how to be.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of us are stressed out, because we're too busy trying to control things that are not meant to be controlled.
That part. I think the best thing we can do is get a discerning spirit to know which one is which.
That's true. And have patience.
Have patience with yourself. Be kind to yourself. I mean, when's the last time you've spoken life into yourself?
Stop spanking y'all dogs.
Look, ad-lib. We got the baby on the side, and she is so impressed with this energy and how I move with my baby. And that's kind of the conversation we were talking about.
Well, what about you, friend? Do you believe in there's certain friends for certain situations?
I do believe you have different friends for different things, but I do believe you can find one good friend that will be that everything for you.
What
know
what
I mean? You're that friend. Because it is so refreshing to, meet someone that is just as self-aware and invested and growing. Yes, I mean that for sure.
Understanding is everything.
Yes,
guys.
and when you meet someone that matches your energy, like, that's something you can't deny. Like, people talk about energy like it's just a little hashtag, but it's a real thing. You know what I mean?
When you're in tune with your energy, you're serious about it.
I tell people, like, energy may not be something you can see, but you feel it, and it's just as real as air. Air is not something that you can see and touch, but you need that shit.
Exactly.
Don't you? It's just as important. It's invisible, but it's still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how we move.
And if I have a friend where you can't understand whenever, like, if she was to say, hey, Kiana, let's turn up. And I'd be like, hey, girl, I'm not really feeling like turning up right now. I got a lot of stuff going on. And if she wouldn't be able to understand me, we could not be friends.
Yes,
but if she could understand me and say, I get it, I understand. So what you want to do that's more laid back? You want to kick it? You want to go to a
like
lounge?
dial into me.
Yeah, like,
and
what
I'm
do you want to
different.
do?
You know what I mean?
You want to drink wine and watch a movie and talk? Like, I like a friend who can kind of understand the mode that I'm in at that moment. And we can cater to each other's, where we are at that moment. And so that's really big on my part. If you cannot understand, I remember I had this one friend, she was super controlling. She was controlling over the friends that I had, over when to hang out, what time to hang out. And when I didn't, she would get upset at me. And I loved her so much, but girl, you starting to give me crazy vibes.
Yes, crazy vibes, honey. Where's the
No, for real, Michael Myers. Friday the 13th.
On that ass.
Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure that you're subscribed for part 2, where we'll be guessing which one is meat-based and which one is plant-based.